Hi, hello. Thank you for being here and for listening. So, today I would like to share some thoughts on about menopause. Menopause, mindfulness, impermanence, mindfulness of the body. So, I am currently 53, and this year I officially entered the menopausal phase of my life. Now, the first thing that I realized leading up to this is that my body started feeling different. Now, as a mindfulness practitioner, I one of my intentions is to be very aware of the body and what the body may be needing or experiencing, and just to come back to the body. So for the last 2 years or 3 years, it was like my body is feeling different. There were hot flashes, there was insomnia, there was a little bit of joint pain that came and went. And obviously, the whole regularity of monthly cycles started changing. So I found myself feeling a little bit off balance in a way, like, whoa, this thing that is familiar, this monthly cycles that I sometimes complained about, honestly, that sometimes came with pain and different things and a change in mood, but they were like the familiar. Like this seemed to be solid. It's like I'm a woman, I have the cycles. I know one day there's going to be menopause. And so menopause started showing up, menopausal symptoms. And it was like, oh, my body feels different. And wanting to connect things to the Buddha Dharma, which is what I like doing and what I've been trying to do to the best of my abilities for the last 15, 20 years since I started studying the Dharma. I thought, okay, well, what is my body in this process of menopause teaching me? And the first thing that came to mind when I started getting curious about it and observing these changes in my body with curiosity was that my body is changing. And I know it sounds obvious, right? And we know that we're changing and aging and that change is the only constant. But my body felt pretty much the same day by day by day. But with these changes going into perimenopause is like, oh, there's not a cycle. Huh, can't sleep as much. Okay, there's a little bit of joint pain. Oh, there's this freedom that I don't have PMS. There's no ups and downs in that sense. There were other ups and downs, but not the old ones that I knew. So change was the first thing. It's like my body is changing. Everything will change. All things that come together will fall apart and then come together in different ways, right? It's this coming together, falling apart, coming together, falling apart. So I also found myself like, okay, what would the Buddha say about menopause? So then I'm like, well, the Buddha was not a woman. So I don't know what he would have said. Maybe he had an opinion or not. This is one of those topics that also made me really aware of uh, the fact that I am in a body that I would call a female body, a woman's body. So selfing into that was something too. It's like I know I've been in a woman's body, but this is like, oh, this is what women's bodies go through. Different than men's. Different than men's. And I had this craving to talk maybe to a nun or to a woman about menopause and Dharma. So of course I talked a little bit with Susan Morgan, and she shared some interesting ideas and articles. And in particular, there was an article she shared that really opened up my mind to something that I was intuitively considering, which was that this time, this menopause, which is seen oftentimes from a medical lens as, oh, well, hormone replacement therapy, and maybe now you can't do all these things and take care of this and take care of that, which is important. Don't get me wrong, this is important. And I have my doctor that I'm talking to and doing that whole hormone replacement thing. And I know it's a very individual journey for each woman. But energetically, I realized, energetically something is happening. And I asked one of a friend that I have, he's a Buddhist monk, a Tibetan Buddhist monk, and I just was bold enough to ask him, do you guys talk about this, or the nuns talk about this? What is your understanding of menopause and how it may affect a woman? And to my surprise, well, I didn't know what he was going to answer, but what I realized was that he held a similar point of view than the one that is held by many indigenous cultures and Native American cultures, Native South American cultures, which is this is when a woman can come of age in a way, can be free, and energetically our body changes, right? So I started getting really curious about this impermanence and changes in my body. And so this is how I was before. Now my body's changing in different ways. It feels different. And what is the energy of my body telling me? So on the one hand, there seems to be more stability, but also what this monk said is like, now you are a free woman. He doesn't speak much English, just enough to have some conversations, but I'm like, a free woman is like, yeah, no more children, no more domestic responsibilities in a way. Of course, I'm a mom of a 13-year-old and I love him and he is my biggest responsibility and motivation for so many things. So it's not like I'm menopausal and I'm done with him, nor would I want it to be that way. But I got what he said is that I will never be pregnant ever again. And I wouldn't want to at 53 anyway. But it's like, so now there's this organs in the body. There's the uterus, which I do still have my uterus and ovaries and this whole part of the body whose function ceases. The biological, the whole procreation thing is like that is no longer the energy that these organs have. They can rest, right? But there's that space, there's the womb, that blackness, that sacred space where life can grow, right? Some of you are probably mothers, some of you are not mothers, some of you are in other bodies, male bodies or other type of bodies. And this is not to exclude anyone, of course, but how interesting, right? That as women, we can be vessels for new life. And then one day this function ends because, yes, we get to an age where it would be kind of crazy to be chasing around little babies and kids. But then there's that space. And in Tibetan Buddhism, I heard sometimes teachers talk about that space and the womb of creation and the prajna paramita. And there's that metaphor and that connection to the creation and the center of our being, the hara. And so lately, one of the things that I'm doing is when I practice mindful breathing, I allow my breath to go down to the belly breathing. And I connect to that space where anything is possible. That space where life wants to place, but now can be a vessel for creativity, for connecting to the solar plexus, for connecting to the newness. So who am I now? That I am a menopausal 53-year-old woman. I may look like the same person, I may have the same roles, but something is different. Something is really different, something has changed. And the main thing is that this also touches upon the Four Noble Truths. There was some dukkha, birth, old age, sickness, and death. Sometimes menopause is seen as sickness by some people, or as a bad thing, or as the beginning of old age, or now you're not as pretty or as useful. There's all kinds of ideas that we have around the world around menopause. So menopause has given me an opportunity to be more aware of my body, that I'm in a body that is aging, and that menopause for me is not a sickness. It is an entrance into older age, right? Maybe like a baby crone right now. It's the beginning of a next chapter. It's a threshold into a different kind of aging process. So I see the Dharma in there, right? What would Tara say about menopause? What would the Buddha's wife say about menopause? What would the Buddha's mother say about menopause? I have a lot of questions, but the answers that I'm coming with is that this has given me the opportunity to be more aware of impermanence as it happens in my body, change, the thoughts related to my body, I can be mindful of the body, the functions of the body, the thoughts around my body, and the reality that I am aging and I am past the midpoint in my life. I don't know if I have a week or 2 years or 20 years or an average, if I will have the average life, maybe I have another 25 or 30 years left. I don't know. But it's going to be traveling in this new kind of body. No more cycles, some more aches and pains, different energy, different social connection, and a lot of freedom too. A lot of freedom. That's what I'm feeling. Can I be more mindful now of my body now that there's not predictable cycles? In a way, there's like this newness, right? And there's no more ups and downs. But time is different for me as a woman now. Months have a different feeling. Every moon cycle is a little bit different. So I just want to invite you all to connect with your bodies. And whether you're a woman, you're in a female body, another body, or male body, we're all going through some sort of biological process. Maybe not as obvious as menopause, but something's happening. And so I would invite you all to just connect to your body right here, right now, at your current age. Maybe stretch it a little bit. Move around and really feel your body. And I'd like to guide you into a body scan so that you can come home to your body. I love how Thich Nhat Hanh says, come back home to your body. So find a comfortable position, whether it's sitting down or laying down. Take 3 gentle, easy breaths. Feel the air in your lungs. Feel your feet, your legs. And make any adjustments that you need right now so that we can be together for another 10 minutes or so. Each one of us doing a loving, mindful body scan of our bodies. And I invite you this time to take the opportunity to thank your body for everything that it's been doing there for you. The organism, like Susan says, the body. It's our vehicle. It's our home. It's how we've been traveling in this lifetime. So go ahead and relax. Open up the body if you need to open it a little more. And when you're ready, start finding stillness. And find your feet. Find your feet. Sense your toes, the sole of your feet. Thanking your feet for how they support you, how they allow you to stand, step, move, and allow them to just rest right now. Perhaps your soles are connecting to Mother Earth right now. Feel her energy. And if they're just making contact with the air, feel that space. Feel the coolness or the warmth of the space. I invite you to keep scanning your body to feel your right leg and your left leg. Aware of both legs. Feeling their weight. Breathing into them. Opening up to feeling gratitude for your legs and how they help you sit, walk, stretch, climb. Maybe your legs are still able to do a lot of things. Maybe there are some limitations, and I invite you to just open up to meeting your legs where they are right now, today for you, with warmth and gratitude. Moving up, feeling your hips, your sitting bones, your glutes. If you're sitting, perhaps you can feel that solidity, the bones themselves, feeling the structure of your body. Taking a breath and feeling the belly. If you're in a woman's body, perhaps you can feel your uterus or the area where the uterus used to be, connecting to that part of your body, unique to the female organism. I don't think we sense it unless we're maybe feeling something obvious there, like pain or a baby or something in there. But you can sense the energy in that hara. And if you're in a man or in another body, sense the energy there. Belly breathing, your center of gravity, connecting to the belly button. Feeling gratitude for those organs in that area, whatever they are. Intestines, stomach, uterus, ovaries, whatever you're aware of in your own body, kidneys, whatever comes to mind. Just sensing those organs and all the work that they do for you, keeping you alive and moving and digesting food and just so many other functions. Feel the density in your body. Moving awareness up to the chest, the rib cage, the lungs. Slowing down to enjoy some mindful breaths there, the breath of life in your body. Perhaps you can sense your heartbeat. Aware of the organism's heartbeat, any pulsations, and the gentle expansion and contraction generated by the breath. Moving up, sensing your shoulders. Some of us tend to hold tension in our shoulders, so just take a moment to mindfully relax the shoulders. Breathing into the shoulders. Sensing your right arm, right hand, left arm, left hand. Aware of your fingers. And right now, there's a moment of stillness and we're not doing much actively in terms of doing things with our arms. But we can bring to mind everything that we can do with them. How we can hug others, write, read, cook, nourish, take care of ourselves, take care of others, set boundaries. Just allow yourself to feel your hands, your arms, and allow gratitude to emerge if that's possible. Now moving awareness up, feeling your neck, and finally the weight of your head, the face, facial muscles. Relax your jaw if it's tight. Balance the neck. And sense those sense organs, the eyes, eyelids, ears, nostrils, mouth, tongue. Feeling the air coming in and out of your nostrils. And sensing the heaviness of your head. The brain. And of course the sixth organ, the mind, the wonderful mind that allows us to be aware and conscious, the mind that can make so many thoughts and at the same time be aware of it all. And now I invite you to open up your awareness to just be aware of the whole body as a whole, the whole body breathing. Here and now, at your current age, wherever you are sitting right now or laying down, just breathe with your precious body. Taking this next minutes to just breathe, to be here now, breathing mindfully. And I'll be quiet for the next 3 minutes so that we can just breathe together. Just allowing the body, the organism, the mind to calm down and relax, to follow the first 4 instructions of mindfulness of breathing. Breathing in, I know that I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. Breathing in, I notice the quality of my in-breath and my out-breath. Breathing out, I notice the quality of my out-breath. Breathing in, I feel my whole body breathing. Breathing out, I feel my whole breath, my body breathing. And breathing in and out, I allow my body mind to calm down. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. See you next time.